In today's video, we're gonna have a look at the SIMIC KONA combo. Yes, this deck existed before, but I wanted to see how strong this is in the current meta. And as you can see, I have a huge win rate in many games with this deck. This is one of the deck I used to climb to Mythic, and I didn't lose a single game in this video. So yeah, how we do it, you're gonna see in this video. Okay, let's have a look at some of these matchups. Totally 70% with 48 wins and 21 losses. The deck is still quite strong. I feel like it felt really good against control list. Of course, it's a bit harder against the aggressive list, especially if you're on the draw, which is where you mostly lose. Still managed to pull off a positive win rate against Mono Red. I had more problem against the Boros list, but I have to say it's probably because of draw and play, and I cannot really see that. Other than that, I think there's not too many decks. Mono Green with the perfect draw is quite heavy because they have the way to protect their creatures from our bouncers, so we cannot really interact with it. But yeah, the rest I think is quite good. Sometimes you have some sneaky decks, right? You never know what's happened. Sometimes you cannot accomplish it. But yeah, overall, I think it's a really strong deck. Against control, it's really powerful. It's a combo deck, and if you play against combo, then you know, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. But yeah, really cool deck, and let's see how this deck works. So this is the deck I was playing. We have the Kona Omniscience combo. Omniscience at 10 mana enchantment. You may cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. And Kona is saying for 4 mana, a 4/3 with survival. When it's tapped, then this effect will apply. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Kona is tapped, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Our main goal is to tap Kona, play Omniscience, and from there we want to draw our entire deck, have a really strong board state, fill our hand with a lot of interaction that we can play for free due to the Omniscience, and then win the game next turn, because we will have 4 Marang River Regent on the battlefield, which is a total of 24 power, since one has 6 power. It's a 6 mana, 6/7 flying. When this creature enters, return up to 2 target non-land permanents to their owner's hand, so we try to return the entire board as well. And for 4 mana, we can also use the instant Omen here to draw 3 cards and discard a card. The way we're gonna draw our entire deck is basically having 2 River Regents and 1 Roiling Dragonstorm. You have 1 Roiling Dragonstorm, it's a 2 mana enchantment. When this enchantment enters, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. When a dragon you control enters, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. So you play the Roiling Dragonstorm, you play the Regent, you get this back, you play this again, you play your second Regent, and then you use the bounce on your other Regent. So you can just keep doing this and you will always draw your entire deck. We also have many other draw spells to make this more smooth, and also find our combo pieces. We have a 4 of Stock Copy here, which is a 3 mana sorcery. You look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Then we also have 4 Consult the Star Charts, 2 mana instant with Kicker 2. We look at the top X cards of your library. X is the number of lands you control, put 1 of those cards into your hand. If the spell was kit, you can take 2 of them onto your hand. Then these are our main draw spells, including with the Dragon Roiling Storm, but we also have more interaction here, and I wanted to have at least 5 interaction cards. So we have 3 Bounce Off here, which is a 1 mana instant, return target creature or vehicle to its owner's hand, and the Unauthorized Exit, which is a 2 mana instant, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, Surveil 1. These cards are really flexible. First of all, this one is Surveil 1 in a 2 mana, so it basically gets you 1 card deeper, which is nice if you kind of search something. This is also fine if you want to just bounce your own Dragonstorm to get more draws. And of course, if they have aggressive deck, you bounce their things. You can also bounce with both of these cards your own dragon to get another iteration of your Dragonstorm if you don't have a second dragon. So this is also a way to draw cards. Or you can just simply use them to bait certain spells from opponent, like removals, and bounce your Kona back. These kind of interactions are the ones I use the most. But you also have another way to protect Kona, and this is Lost in the Maze, which is an X2 enchantment. A flash, when this enchantment enters tapped, X target creatures. So you can also, really good against aggressive deck, you can tap the creatures, and you can put a stun count on each of those creatures. And so basically it gives you 2 turns that these creatures cannot attack. But the nice part is, tapped creatures you control have hexproof. So you play Kona, you have Lost in the Maze outside, you tap it with one of our 8 tap lands here. And since you still have priority after this card resolves, it already has hexproof, so they have no way to interact with Kona at that point. Yeah, there are cards like Nowhere to Run, have to consider. They can also shoot up the Lost in the Maze with a Get Lost and then shoot the Kona. Possible too, but it just narrows it down a little bit how they can interact with Kona, and yeah, it's just an overall really good card. So yeah, the way we tap it, of course, is Uthras and Evander. We play 8 here, that's why we don't play additional tap lands. We already have 8, and you really want to try to minimize the chance that we cannot do it on turn 4. So we really want to, if we can do it, we want to do it on turn 4, of course. But yeah, we also run the Dispelling Exhale, which is our counter spell in the deck. It's a 2 mana instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may behold a dragon, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. If a dragon was behold, then counter that spell unless its controller pays 4. So this way we have a way to maybe against aggressive deck to deal with it. Or later on to create our perfect hand with all the counters which we will play for free with Omnisigns. So they pass the turn back to us and then we just attack with the dragons. So this is the main deck here. There are other cards you could include. One of them would be the Weft Walking here. As a one-off maybe, just to make sure that you don't fail and you don't lose your dragons. But that can happen. Sometimes you need to combo or try it earlier and then they board wipe and you don't really have something. So Weft Walking, a 6 mana enchantment. When this enchantment enters, if you cast it, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. The first spell each player casts during each of their turns may be cast without paying its mana cost. So it basically gives you your dragon decks in your deck, and if you have Omnisigns, you will cast this, right? But it's going to be for free. So if that will be a problem and you feel like you run too much into this case scenario, Weft Walking is one of the cards you can play. You could also play one more Lost in the Maze, and there's also the green Regent that gives you life. I tend to prefer to have these bounce off extra here as interaction, because the life gain against aggressive decks is not possible. It's a turn 5 card, right? It's nice to have another dragon to bounce the Dragonstorm backs or to ramp, but both of these things feel kind of off in this type of deck. So I ended up with the bounce offs and the exits here. Overall, I think this deck is super well positioned in best of 1 right now. If you want to win games, this is definitely something you can do. And I will just show you like the basic things, like you have a hand, right? And the main goal is to acquire Kona and Omnisigns. But you also need card to draw off it, right? So you cannot just play it and then you do nothing. Then maybe they kill Omnisigns or they kill Kona at that point. So you want to have like a Dragonstorm, a real Regent, preferably like a stock up or star charts. Usually 1 or 2 cards is enough to go off. Of course you can completely whiff, which can happen, but you still will have a really strong board depending against what matchup you play. After that you just repeat until you draw the entire hands of your exhales, a mace if you don't have it, and bounces. And then you have bounces and exhales on hands and you pass over, and you usually have 24 with Kona 28 damage. And if they don't have a super life gain deck, then yeah, so be it. If they have life gain, you will try to play it a bit slower, right? You just make sure you don't mill your save. Let's say you have like 10 life left, 10 cards left, and you just attack over and over and over. Because at one point they don't have threats, and it's really, really tricky to deal with the Regent. You can also keep one Regent back just to bounce every turn the things, right? Which is also possible. You have 3 Regents in the corner, you keep 1 on hand, attack next turn you play this, bounce everything again, and repeat from there against like mono white. So that is a way you can win there for sure. But yeah, overall, strong deck. We also have the passages here. It's quite nice to have the passage here because it gets a land type we choose, right? So the Verges will be activated here from the passage as well, which I really like. And yeah, usually this is blue though, but there could be a case scenario where you don't have green, because the only card that's green is actually Kona, right? So yeah, we just have passage here. I have a one-off Demolition Field here, mainly because the most scary card is the Mistress, the village. That makes their cards uncountarble, and some combo decks have it, right? Or the Cavern of Souls is also kind of dangerous, so you cannot use your counters against like the Cavera combo or something like this. So the one of Demolition Field I feel like is still kind of nice here, and it didn't feel like it was any problem at all. We have a one of Island and one of Forest in case they blow up some lands that we just get the lands back, right? You don't want to have like a Demolition Field killing your lands and then you can do nothing. We have Cavern of Souls here, of course, against Control. I played 2, you could play 3, but I like the 2. Just to make sure that our corner will not get counted, so we can say Beast. And the rest is quite standard, the breed and pull the Virtus, right? And we don't play the Botanic Gardens because we don't want to have more tap lands. So yeah, I think this is the overview of the deck. I won every game in this video, and after like an hour I was like, okay, this should be enough. There was one game I tried something like, can we win without doing the combo? And we won actually against the four color control. So it's a really cool game, I would say. But yeah, I won all the games, and yeah, sometimes this happens in a video, right? And yeah, if you like my channel, if you like what I do, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment. Join the Discord. We have an amazing community there. Everyone is so supportive. I'm so happy to have you all. And yeah, I wish you fun with the games. Cross. So we have a Kona piece, we have 2 stock up, and we have the tap land. We are on the draw though, we don't have interaction. But I still would keep this hand. Can be many things, we don't know yet. Demon midrange maybe. It's a bit trickier because they have an aggressive plan, which is not aligning too well with us, so. They also have removal, where you try to get certain cards. I mean, we have good pieces now on our hands, so if they ever get greedy, you can just take that chance and go off, right? Which is what we would do here, of course. Okay, this is their first, I would say, annoying card here. Here we're going to look for protection bounce. We could go try to play a Kona next turn and then go again, but there's not really something I want to discard except the land. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna discard our land here. If they pay their mana this turn, then we just win, right? So let's see. That is the thing, right? Like, against our deck, you have to be kinda careful. You have to be careful. They can also, of course, just play. Then we're just gonna draw again. It's just, I mean, I have to say, like, these combo decks, how should I say, like, it's so annoying to play against, as you all know. Like, now we won the game, right? Because maybe they don't have interaction on hand. But we have everything we want. And then all you have to do is not whiff, right? I mean, there are chances to whiff, of course, so definitely go for this one. And here, we already have a bounce, but we can take another bounce here just to be 100% sure not to whiff, right? Because you can bounce your own dragon, if you ever need to. But at this point, you just try to make your perfect hand, which is the main goal here. Play our first dragon. Yeah, I think they don't like, but this is how it is, right? Like, sometimes if they don't have interaction, they have to play their cards. And this is where we just gonna go off, right? And we hold all the pieces on our hand. So yeah, GG. Played many times against Ridiculous. This is our hand. We have no combo piece, we have interaction, and we have draw spell. This is also something I keep. Of course you can whiff on the search, but I still think it's a keep here. Or wall. Yeah, still feel a bit cold. Hope I'm getting better these days. Okay, see blue. Blue is tricky. Blue-black. Today is blue-black day. We could, but we don't. Maybe they flash something in. No flashing in. If they counter, they counter. Okay. Good about the top counter. So my assumption is that they most likely run a control deck, probably mill. I'm gonna counter here too. Getting 2 cards out of 4 is quite a lot, so I trade for the 1 for 1. They go for 1 here to keep counter up, but I cannot play Kona, they could have gone full here. I just assume it's mill. So will they assemble their connection first, is the question, right? Not finding lands here is brutal. Cannot, I have to pretend I have still a counter. I wish I can, but I cannot. I most likely have to find a land here. If they counter here, they don't have a counter in my turn, so yeah, we have to take the land here. Getting triple bounce off is not really good here, so Dragonstorm is nice for the discard. Okay, so I do like Mace. Okay, so if they mill half our deck, it's already quite heavy. If this gets me a counter out, it's nice. Because now they cannot interact with Kona. If we would find Kona, of course. We're gonna pass here because I don't want to play that Dragonstorm right now. Let them do everything here. I definitely want to use a consult here. Looking 5 deep, get 2. Okay, they play the dragon. It's just a basic control deck. It could be a Demia control list. We don't know. They have 5 cards. I'm gonna go with these 2. Try to stock up here. It gets deeper. We still didn't find the card I really want. So whatever they want to play, it's okay by me. Okay, so I think we set up everything quite well. We don't have a counter to protect our card. Like, I play Kona, tap. They maybe have nowhere to run. So I would have to use the bounce. So I'm gonna get rid of the Dragonstorm here. So this negates the counter. So they need to use this one. Something we expected to happen. So now they can have a counter maybe. Okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. 2 cards out. And we still can find our corners here. Usually against control we are okay, but the deck is more problematic if they play mill, right? There's where it gets tricky. So I can do it again, of course, but I want to set up this better for next turn. So we get our own counter, and here we just get another corner. Actually, I can just try it. If they counter it, we just do it again next turn. So they have 3 cards left. They're gonna draw a card. So we got a counter, which is not too bad. Keeps our counter here better alive. Stocking up, so it means like they need something, right? It tells me like, hey, I need something. I'm still not too happy about the card over there. So I have to be more careful. If I play Kona here, I cannot bounce it. So I do want to find a bounce, if possible. I do have exits still there. So now we have to think, right? I do feel like this is most likely a consult. And we're gonna get bounce if we can. We cannot. Can get another consult. Demolition field is a really good card. It gets rid of their cannot counter situation over there. So definitely should have played the land a bit different. If they have the mill here, then yeah, that was my bad. Stock up, but they used their card, which is good, so that is gone. We're gonna use another consult and then just try to get our perfect hand. Rolling. 9 card speed, get 2 is pretty good. Cannot counter here, then you double counter, actually triple counter at that point. So what we can do is we can get the bounce, but I think we go double counter. Yeah. And now we just try to pull it off again. Loses all abilities. That's so interesting. Okay. They have 4 mana left. They were prepared. Okay, I was prepared too, but holy moly. Okay, we went through it, but it's still not perfect because we use a lot of counters. Okay. Board types are now the main problem. Triple counter is heavy. Like having the bounce there seems like they've been the better one. I kind of want to have a second one here, but just we're just gonna do this way first. Maybe they give up. Maybe they do have the board wipe on hand, huh? They're calculating the counters in my deck now, so it could be a loss. Okay, no. I think they realize maybe we play another counter, right? Against control is kind of weird. You have to wait so long until your hand lines up. Because you see that 3 answers. 3 answers for me, and yeah. Maybe the bounce there was a bit smarter, but hey, we won the game, so GG. Now we have the combo in our hand, so go for it. Even if interaction. Okay, if it's control, same again. We play this quite slow. Authority, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just play here. Mainly, they just stock up. I have no interaction with stock up. They okay, I can play that list. It's fine too. So we're gonna want draw spells. 1 draw spell here. And then probably, yeah, I mean second Kona. If we cannot get off, but we have to try it, so I'll just take a land. Just take a land here. Yeah. Could have taken the other land and discard the force, to be honest. Break, okay. Like, they have nothing here that scares me. They just get now their synthesizer. The only thing that's, if they don't, okay, now I know they don't have the 5 damage and tap card. So if I find anything that is decent enough for me, I will do it. Have bounce. Bounces is really good here. The bounces is still fine for my dragon. Yeah, I'm just no way here. We're looking for any draw spell. Okay, now that works great because we have bounces. So we can bounce our dragon there, and now we won the game. Just needed a second one, right? And here we go. Here we go. Yep. Or worst case, we just bounced our own dragon there. And yeah, that's it. When you have it turn 4, you have it turn 4, right? It's brutal. It is brutal, but this is how I climbed. Quite fast, so yeah, GG. Okay, ready, cook. 83. Okay, what's gonna come out here? We have a lot of draw spells and interactions, so we'll try this. We don't have green, we don't have Kona, but just find it, right? Just find it. We got a draw here. So yeah, I've been, I think, more on the draw so far. But yeah, if we get it turn 4, we get it turn 4. It's a bit harder to acquire this turn 4 of this hand, but it's totally doable. I'm not liking the bounce of, but blue here. Okay, if it's control, then could go with a counter here for sure. Yeah, I really needed that one to go through. Needed the land, because in the control mirror, lands are the most important part. So we just keep going. Maybe they just keep countering everything here. Okay, double count already out. So now it's still a bit of a patient game here. If they triple counter, no triple count over there. Definitely going for this one, and I do like to consult now a bit more. They don't have the... I still have to deploy it here. If they have the demolition field here, painful, yeah, painful. They probably have a get lost on hand as well, keep that in mind too. Here we just pass. We need to find more lands, right? They will not counter. Okay, so at this point, it's really hard for the controllers because like they used counters and all I have to do is just acquire the hand I need and then win the game. So that's why I do like this SIMIC combo deck a lot. It's so hard to deal with these cards because what do you want to counter? You have your removals on hand, you have your board wipes on hand, but it doesn't really help you. The only problem is the land that makes things uncountarble, so you need the demolition field in the deck. This is why I added it. Just to find that card if you need it, but then you also have to think that if you tap out you cannot need it, you need 2 mana. Yeah. So yeah. Next game here against Liang. It's our hand. We don't have the combo, but you can find it. We have dragon scenario. Okay, mono red here. Let's see how this will go. Let's see. Okay, this was one of these. Against mono red, actually, you can just play Kona into dragon if you have to. It's totally viable. Totally viable play. I can still shock this one. This one makes it so I don't shock. I mean, 3 dragons is enough. Securing 2 damage here I think is still better. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of these creatures. We also have to consider that they most likely have a shelter that's white. And we're on 12, which is already scary. That is a scary one too. Yeah, that is game. And sometimes you just draw what you need, right? This is the good old turn 4 win. Because we have enough dragons in hand, then we can just rebounce everything all the time. Otherwise, we would have played a dragon here. This is already quite powerful. Like, as you see, this is already a really good turn. Like, what would they do at this situation? Like, they need the creature and then they need the... usually they give up here, sometimes they let me do everything. That's GG. Yeah, it's going quite well. As you can see, it's a good deck to climb. If you have it, you have it. You don't always have it. So far we managed to accomplish the Exodia pieces. Yeah, next game. We have one piece and we don't really have draws. We do have a lot of interaction. It's a really risky one. This is probably the most risky keep I had so far, but I want to see like how not so good hand can go, so you all can see. Okay, if it's control, I'm kind of okay, but we need to find the draw spells here. And against control, you can just shove this in, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, that can be a counter again, of course. They will not develop a creature there. So now, I mean, we're still hitting lands. Okay, now I think this may be milled. If I see that one there. We have 3 passages, it's quite funny. Okay, at least we're hitting our lands, and once we maybe find like a stock up that will not be countered, we can go from there. I feel like they need lands, so we don't have to counter this. Yeah, that's correct. I would go like this, but actually probably would have been better the other way around. A discard. It's gonna be the bounce here. We don't have a tap land, which it's a bit unfortunate. But if they found a land here on the top, which is good for them. I do have my both dragons, which I kinda wanna 4 color control. Okay. So that is a bit more annoying. They usually don't counter here, because yeah, if they counter and I have Kona, they lose, right? That's an interesting one now. Maybe I have a 2 mana counter and so this is Helix. That's the Helix right there. Which should I try it? I could go Kona here. I can go Kona, then play Mace. Oh, it's really risky though. Could go Kona, play Mace. I cannot counter the other one. Protect my Kona from Helix. And then I can draw 3. Or draw 2. Maybe I just am okay here in this position. I would like to comp off, but I can't. I just can't. I think we go for this. It's a bit weird, but... because they played a spell that's quite annoying for me. So now the Helix comes. They play the Mace. Now, the difference here is just the amount of... I'm gonna get this back on my hand here. Find a dragon, I win. It's just lands. Unfortunate, but I still think it was correct to do. Can have board wipe, but they don't usually run that much. They both have hexproof now. So these cards really don't hit. The only card that... So the hexproof against them is really good. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay, they had a water. Where is it? Don't see it too often. And yeah, it's... Maybe I should have waited here. I wanted to try it. They can tap out and get an Omniscience back on hand. Which I think they will do here. I'm just drawing lands, so... Even if I would have used the dragon there, no way. And even... Yeah, this is a really bad situation here. Like, no matter how I play this out, with my next draws, it wouldn't have been enough. I'm gonna wait here. Kinda expected this. It's still okay. We do have another corner, so we just do it again, right? But I mean, it's not perfect, of course. But they cannot really interact with my corner here. I still will try to find something here. It gives me a surveil. If they ever get lost, it's quite annoying. Yeah, the surveil was needed. That's crazy. I really draw bad. Just lands. I lost 2 dragons, I only have 2 dragons left, so yeah, sometimes it's a bit tricky. I will pay that. I gladly pay that. Crazy. I'm a bit frustrated here. I'm a bit frustrated because we cannot find consult the star charts or any stock up, and we have 8, and we didn't have a single one in the top 24 cards. That's crazy, and it's quite hard now to win from here because of the damage we can provide in one turn. But I think we still had to go for it there. Could have waited more though, but as you saw, my draws were kind of bad later on. This is, yeah, I regret my decisions, but I wanted to try it out. Sometimes you have to. That's crazy. If you don't find a single consult the star charts or stock up in your 30 cards, it's quite difficult to do. Yeah, not easy. And the hardest part is to go like comboing. We need 2 dragons, so that's also not easy. This is why you could add the Edge of Eternity card, the one I will talk about in the beginning. As a one-off, I think it's quite decent for these kind of scenarios. We go here. We go with it. It has hexproof. I don't think there's a card now. And we try to Omniscience. So they have a counter for this one. They maybe counter the draw spell here. I think it's kinda okay. It's just a stupid matchup once you behind like me. Nah, it's probably not what we want there actually, but we have a lot of mana. I will counter this to be quite exactly what they want. We have 6 life. Do they have enough here to finish it off or not is the question. They could have 2 spells, but they also need to be able to use the spells. Let's see. Let's see. Can try to attack here. I have to be greedy here. I don't mind the corner to be honest that much right now. How much damage? It's quite a lot of damage. Huh? Not as many plays here, huh? I found something. I keep the creature. Here. Give me a block, but in case creature soon. 4 life, 2 Cheska Revelations, usually what they play, right? Okay. If they have another removal spell, they have another removal spell. Right now I'm just gonna use my Lost in Maze there. Try to put in as much damage as I can. Don't need that one. As I said, I'm pretty sure they only played 2 Cheska Revelations. That one. I don't really think they have another Cheska Relation there. If I find a bounce, I take it too, just to be more safe. Try not to win with Kona here. It's a weird game, really. That's a really weird game. We still have dragons in our deck. Like, winning the game in a normal way is kind of cool that I have this in the video here. Cannot do much about this, yeah. Did I have one more? If they have it, then so be it, yeah. 3 damage. 1 damage. Okay. So they try to finish me off, but I have my bounce. Oof. Can run into a counter, huh? So I think I have to go to 1 here. Because if I play something and then counter, I lose. I cannot have that. That I cannot have. So I have to be a bit more careful there. There are many cards for me actually. But now I just have 2 ways to deal with the card, right? So we're gonna start with Mace because they can remove their own creature and do damage. But it's the owner, I'm not sure, I have to read the card more carefully. Okay. Okay. And now we lost in the Mace if they use the cards to do the damage to me. I mean, we won the game. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. It's definitely a weird game, but it's kind of cool to see that, hey, we won against 4-color control without comboing. So, yeah, I think, I'm not sure if it was the correct decision to do it like that there, but yes, it worked out so right. 1 piece on our hand. So we can play black duress, -1 consult here. Cecil. I want to have the option here, I don't know what that turn 2 is. If it's a bat, I want to get rid of the bat. Take the damage here. Tiny bones. I don't care about tiny bones. It's fine. Now I can look deep 3. I don't want to look deep 2. I just feel like the odds are worse. I take the 3 damage here, they don't do much damage. Sorry. Like these 2 cards, they don't scare me. Okay. I have 13 life, I play with my life, I keep my counter up so they don't do anything stupid. I'm on 10, which is still fine. And now I try to assemble my things, I still have to bounce, so... yeah. We do need a tap land and we do need the Omniscience, right? We need those 2 cards. Okay. We still need more. But we got some stuff going. We still cannot just run out Kona here. I will take this again. Yeah. We're looking for the mace. No mace yet. We have 7 life, so we can be greedy once more. Oh. We will not counter. We have a bounce. It works for most things in this case scenario. Do I need 7 lands? I think I don't need it. Do I need 2 counters? I think I don't need it. I don't need 2 of them. Okay, we're just gonna do like this. Okay. Here I maybe do bounce the Cecil. I think it's like this. And then hopefully we manage. Just to have a little bit more room to play the game. Okay, they pay 2 mana, which is good for me. I was kind of hoping they do that, to be honest. They need double removal here. 3 mana removal. Okay, that's fine by me, actually. So, this is where we go for it. Check the mana for the counter. Because there's no 1 mana removal that deals with this. This one too. It's a lot of draws that I think we can do this order. Yeah, this is game. Okay. Sometimes you have to be a bit greedy, right? Usually showing the second dragon is GG. So I'll let you do it. We already have 1 count on hand. Crazy, but you can definitely get rid of a stock up there too. It's definitely doable. I do want to have more counters here, so we're just gonna try find all counters. Just keep going here. I'm gonna just mace here as well. Out, and then let's go for stock up. Maybe find just no. You don't really need a second Omniscience against the Decklist, but we'll go for it. Don't have a land here, let's just go with this. Okay, we got another count. Stupid. I'm stupid, sorry guys. That was just stupid. In my mind, like I had 2 cards I can play, I can pick. I didn't. No. So yeah. I mean, they know. They didn't want to go through everything, but hey, as you can see, this deck can win quite a lot, and that's what we're seeing here. That's what we're seeing here. Yoin. 1 piece and draw spell plus interaction, so I kinda like this. Usually always try first. Because you don't need green that much. You just need the corner. Okay. Is this a delirium deck? Maybe. Maybe this. Could be also... It could be also Yuna, Naya. Okay, so it's an enchantment list. I'm not too scared because it's a midrange deck. Midrange deck are quite slow. Yuna is a bit annoying though. that is for sure. Yeah, we're just looking for pieces, right? So the second dragon is good. We don't need the cavern, so we take the bounce off here. And we're gonna discard the land. What we want to do is stock up into bounce off maybe. Yuna is annoying because of the ward, but it's not that bad because it's only in their turn, right? Still 20 life, and we just approaching turn 4. Okay, Terror of Peaks. That's a bit of a more dangerous card, let's say it like this. We're still looking for this one, and we have this one here. Okay. This is a bit annoying, but we still have a bounce. I will just bounce this one here. Secures me a lot of damage. Don't have to discard anything. And if they commit, we win, right? So that's what I'm saying. This deck is really powerful. Okay, I think I played enough. I wanted to lose a game, but yeah, the deck is powerful. Played for around an hour now, and yeah, I think I showed the deck is really good in this meta right now. And yeah, for me it's fun. I like combo decks. I love SIMIC, so it's the perfect thing. And yeah, let's go to the outro. Sometimes you play and you just win. I can tell you that it's not usually like this. You sometimes whiff, I have to say, but yeah, this was definitely a good series of games. The 4-color deck, that was still a really interesting match. So I'm still not sure if I should have done it, but I was like, well, I want to see what this deck can do. We kept a weird hand, and then we played in a way that was maybe, I tried to be lucky, but yeah, we ended up winning. Dangerous, but we won. What do you think of this deck? I do like it. It has still a new card, right? I try to see which of the new cards I could fit in. I still like the one of Weftwalk in here. I was just not sure yet if I need it. But yeah, because against control, I feel like I'm still ahead usually, because you just try to acquire all the cards, right? And then you just play it like I say in the games. But yeah, cool deck. This was the other deck I used to climb. I used the Azorius Enchantment, the Aura deck, and this to climb. And yeah, these were my 2 decks this time. Next time in November, I definitely go for the number 1 spot again, because I will not be on vacation, and hopefully you look forward to the next video. Yeah, wish you all a good night, good day, where we are. Bye, everyone.